on this computer. All right. So we are here to share all of the takeaways that we got from World Tour. So does anybody want to go first?
We'll go first.
Okay. We got two people to go first. Because both of y'all, did y'all come up like with things on each like separate, or you all came up together?
We are the Howl team.
Okay, but you could have taken stuff away than she like differently than she did.
Well, if I did, then she can speak up. Nah.
Harry, I'm gonna knock you out.
All
right, y'all take it away.
One thing I got was make sure you always follow up with the people, whether you do um, a sale, a party, or whatever, or even if somebody asks about it and you give them your card, um, always follow up with them. That was one thing I got. What'd you get?
One of mine was like, don't compare yourself to other people. I mean, because you're not going to be like somebody else. You just have to be doing the best at your business, how it works for you. And sometimes it'll make you feel bad if you look at other people and say, "Oh, well, I can't reach that."
Yeah, like Courtney.
And the other thing, that I found really interesting was the different types of customers, and really knowing what types of customers you're dealing with and what best way to handle those types of customers. That was a big thing for me as well. And pretty much don't get discouraged and disappointed. A no is not rejection, redirection. So
she's smart. Okay, that was ours. We did.
Hold on, we're gonna go back. So as far as what you thought about events prior, did you think that what was your thoughts going into with this being your first event?
I had no idea what to expect at all. I didn't have a clue. We really enjoyed it. I mean, I like getting to meet the people, like on our team that aren't from around here. Being able to see the new products, actually physically see them in person, take the pictures and stuff like that, and then just all the knowledge you gain from, like the people that actually spoke. I mean, it was just a lot of information. I thought it was good. I mean, I would go to another event.
Yeah, that girl from North Carolina, from Stedman, she spoke, and it was amazing. I thought she did really good. I don't know. It was big, a lot of people. It was nice. I mean, that's all I could say. I mean, just what she said. I mean, you just get to meet people and see people that you see on here all the time, but you don't get to see them face to face.
And I like too with this being the 1-day event, it's more like and now you say it's big, but this is a smaller scale than like SFR. SFR is like on a whole nother level. But you talk about the giveaways, all of the stuff that they pour into us, and there's breakout sessions too, but you take a 3-day event and then you have a smaller scale for like a 1-day event. So something to look forward to with SFR. But y'all good? Y'all have anything else?
You got anything else?
We're good.
Okay. Sierra, Kayla, y'all want to go?
I was trying to unmute myself and struggling. I'll go. Kayla looks a little busy. Y'all have no idea if that was big scale for y'all. Just wait for your socks to be blown off. My 3 takeaways were you have to cultivate your customer base like a garden or your plants. They're not all going to grow the same. They were comparing ivy to succulents. Succulents are slow growers and ivy are not. So some customers take longer to, I guess, get involved. But let's see, that was one. Definitely the rejection is redirection. That we talked about that after. And I guess 3 is be authentically yourself and building customer relations. Um, I did a lot of my start was with COVID and during nursing school for me. So building the customer relationship back is what I have to get back to. And yes, I will go to another event. Duh.
You going to Minneapolis?
I have to, I mean, I have the PTO. I just have to make sure I can take off that time without, and it gets approved. So I went ahead and put in for that whole week off.
Well, okay, boo. I'm excited.
But I also start school.
I get that. And then of course it's one of those things that they do it right back to back. And I wish they would honestly offer a virtual every single time.
Yeah.
Just for those that can't make it. However, I will say that going to the event obviously is oh, it's obviously a different caliber than versus not going or like doing virtual. You don't get the
Yeah.
same experience.
Yeah. So once I get my, because I start classes May 15th, once I get the schedules for that, then I'll definitely know.
Cool. All right, Kayla, you want to go?
Yeah, sorry. Sparkles went MIA outside, so.
Oh, Lord.
Jamie can attest to the fact that I was rewriting my golden nuggets yesterday at professional development. It was a lot of fun, the professional development. So, Courtney, I'm gonna have more than 3. Is that okay? It's not a lot. It's not a lot. I think it was like, I look back through the most important things that I would have taken from that. The first being that the home fragrance market was a $12 billion industry in 2024, but is expected to be a $20 billion industry in 2030. Which just goes to show you, like, I know sometimes I feel like Scentsy has been around for forever and everybody sells it. And sometimes you just feel like you're getting no. But if you see the trends, like we're about to kick off another spike in the Scentsy world. And I don't know about y'all, but I want to be an SSD. I want to be able to bring home a full paycheck with this. I would love to do that. So kind of going off of that statistic that they gave us, another one I found really interesting was that less than 10% of consultants in your area are truly working their business the way they're supposed to, or the way they potentially could be working their business. So yes, we are surrounded by people who sell Scentsy. I can count on my hand probably about 10 in our area that sell it. But are they just selling it? Or are they truly working to grow their business into a 6-figure business, which is obviously we would love to all have that. One of my favorite quotes from the weekend was, PRV will get you through the months, but your team will get you through the years. So building your team and growing your business makes it more sustainable over time. And that just goes with the whole, we're building a bigger business for 2030, whatever it was, 2030. And I want to be that 10% that's working my business the way I need to be part of this upcoming spike in Scentsy. So one of the biggest things I think I took personally from this was to focus on the benefits of Scentsy. So Chloe talks about in her trainings, I just lost my train of thought. Oh, getting into different households. So she doesn't talk about Scentsy in, meeting a specific number each month or selling a specific amount of products, making a specific paycheck each month. She focuses it more on getting into a certain amount of households per month. And so I've really tried to change my mindset on that going into transition month and going into the new catalog. But one of the things was focus on the benefits of Scentsy, with Scentsy always being the solution, and focus on service rather than selling. So it goes back with what everyone was saying about get to know your customers, get to know your team, make it personable, make those connections. The money's going to come later. Don't focus on the PRV now. Focus on where you're going to be in a year, 2 years, 3 years, and do the work now that you need to be where you want to be in a year, 2 year, 3 years. It's not going to be an overnight boom. I think we missed that mark with Scentsy when it first boomed, but we could absolutely get to where, you know, we could potentially be a Chloe Cox one day, or a Chastity, or whoever. You know, we could be SSDs, but it's going to take the time and it's going to take the work. And then determine, I don't remember who said this, determine what area is your struggle bus area and focus on that area. So instead of ignoring the parts that you're not good at and not working those areas of your business, focus on those to get better at them, to fill in the gaps with your business. And I know we were all kind of stunned when we heard that consultant say that she had over 100 Scentsy Club subscribers each month, I think. And I know, Courtney, that's one thing you said you wanted to work on, was the Scentsy Club subscribers. That's one thing I want to work on. I only have one, other than myself. So that's something I want to work on, but also making sure I'm getting like my VIP mail out every month at the beginning of the month. As soon as that end of month live comes out and I've confirmed all the information, I'm getting those flyers and everything printed the next day or two and getting them in the mail, because let's just say my February stuff hasn't gone out yet. It's like I have all good intentions and then I just kind of, life gets in the way. So taking the time to truly work my business the way I want to and making it more of a priority, because in the long run, that's going to benefit my business. Oh, and I've already shared this with Jamie, but if you're not going to ask, someone else will. You might get 1,000 no's. Ask Jamie. I got Jamie to become a consultant by asking her over and over and over again to join me, because she was buying from me. And she gave me about 1,000 no's before she said yes. But if I had stopped asking, and someone else, I think she has a family member who sells Scentsy. If they'd asked her at the right moment, she would have said yes to them, and she wouldn't be on our team. So you never know when that no is going to turn into a yes. But knowing your customers and know how to push, when to push, and what to push. So I know that was a lot, but those are all the things I've been thinking about since we left Saturday or Sunday.
Beautiful. I am going to read Sandra's, and you obviously are trying to go to Minneapolis, so I don't even have to ask that. Okay, so I'm gonna read Sandra's real quick. And
but I am trying to get Jamie to go too.
Yes, she's gonna go. She gonna go. Okay. Sandra, I guess she's not. She said the 911 call. It's crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna read hers. I'm gonna read it verbatim because, one, I just love how she breaks it down. She's got 4. She was like, I wasn't sure what to expect first, with this being my first Scentsy event, even thought about not even going. Courtney told me that I would learn a lot there, and that's where stars are born, which I love how she puts stars, because when I originally, like, it's the leaders are born at events, but I love the fact that she put stars are born at events, because it's so true that, like, oh, there she is. She just popped on. So I love that she reworded that, because I'm now on that one, the stars are born at events, because I think it truly does, like, it builds not only like a self-confidence, but it also builds a light that allows you to shine. She said, I was nervous about going alone, but little did I know everyone would be so kind and welcoming. I definitely learned a lot at World Tour. 3 things that stuck with me the most is, 1, don't be scared and shy to talk about your business and ask people if they have ever heard of it or interested. 2, a lot of people said if you're not talking, you're not selling, which is true. I never really thought about it and would just post stuff on social media here and there of certain releases. How are people supposed to know you sell Scentsy if you're not advertising and telling them? I have now decided to jump on board with making samples and advertising it more. Number 3, don't be scared if people tell you no. As said, rejection is just redirection. Find a different way to approach it, and just because it's bad timing for that person, ask again. Number 4 says always follow up 1 week, 1 month, and 3 months. And then she says, don't be scared, just do your thing. I will most definitely be attending future events and excited. So love it, Sandra.
She made a really good point. Courtney, if you don't mind me elaborating on it.
Yeah, go.
Because I know it's something I want to share with Jamie. But Sandra said that if you're not talking about your business, how are people going to know? And I think one of the statistics they shared was a person is online only 2.5 hours total in 24 hours. And if you think about, splitting that up into increments, thinking me like, okay, I might be scrolling right before the bell rings in the morning, or on my lunch break, or when I go to the bathroom, or, just thinking about when I might be scrolling and checking my phone or something. That doesn't leave a lot of time for me to see about others' businesses. I know, Courtney, you and I are really close, and there's sometimes I miss stuff that you've posted just because life gets crazy. So don't rely on social media being the place where you build your business. Like, you have to get out there and talk about your business and share about your business in real life. And that, I think that's one of the things we talked about at World Tour that's hard after COVID. We rely so much on technology now, but those interpersonal connections are huge in our business.
And I think that that's key, because a lot of people, they're like, how they say, like, I'm posting and praying that a sale will come through it. And I'm sorry, but that's not going to happen. So it's one of those things that this is where the follow-up system is key in your business. And if you're not doing those interpersonal connections and you're not reaching out to them as a one-on-one, you're honestly doing your business a disservice. And I get how discouraging it can be when you're posting on Facebook, but yet, you're not getting any interaction. Okay, well, Facebook isn't your sole source of interactions for people. It's getting yourself out there, talking to people. And like I always say, if your mouth is closed, your business is closed. Hold on, she said something else. One other thing was how a lot said they leave samples and stuff when they go out, like to cashier and waitresses. You may come across it. Yes. So there's also, and I think I have it in the team page already, there's a scent circle template that I have that I basically put on my scent circles when I am in, I guess they're all in my purse. I keep them in my purse, and what ends up happening is if like we're at a restaurant, and I used to do this more when we used to go out since mom life and all the things, we don't really go out to dinner anymore, but obviously I know that that'll come back full circle. But those of you that do go out to eat a lot, keep a scent circle in your purse, keep something Scentsy on you, and then slip it in the check, like on the box. Like if you love their personality, I'm not saying do it for every single person. I'm saying more so for the authentic connections. If you connect with somebody at a restaurant, then do that. I have something that's in the making, but I have a pack of Tic Tacs, and there's a sticker that I'm putting on these that is like, you're meant to be a Scentsy consultant, and I'm going to give them the pack of Tic Tacs. So I'm going to keep those in my purse, and I'm going to leave it at that, and then see what they say. And I'm going to leave my contact information and go from there. Before I squirrel, I'm going to give my takeaways, and then what time are we at? We're doing fine on time. So we can have a little bit of brain box. Jamie, if you have questions, Perry and Michelle, y'all got questions. Anybody got questions, y'all just drop them.
Can I throw something in?
Yeah.
Just to tack on. They also pointed out if you have time to poop, you have time to post about your business or talk about your business to somebody.
So true.
And let's be quite honest, we all take longer than we need.
Yes.
Especially if you have Nazi style toddlers.
Yes.
Did you say Nazi?
Yes, you did. All right. So my takeaways, the type of customers, I really liked how they did this. I also have in the team page the customer categorization. And now that we've gone through Bud, Bloom, and Blossom and like the ivy, the succulents, like Sierra said, I think I'm gonna kind of revamp that just because I would love to know, like, get them in a category. That way I know how to reach out to them. And because originally what I ended up doing, I sent a kind of like a blast message to all of my customers and was like, hey, you tell me how you want to be communicated with. Do you want to know everything about Scentsy? And that's like number one. I have number two, if they want to just be on like the new releases, new catalog, this, that, and the other. Three is like every 2 to 3 months. Four is thank yous and like just like a thank you for their order type thing. Five is if they're interested in the joint opportunity, and then six is they will reach out to me if they need something. I had like over 100 people say that they wanted to be a number six, but I did have around 35 people that wanted to know anything and everything of that I wanted to send out with Scentsy. So I kept them in a categorization sheet, and so I'm gonna transfer kind of like how they are with like the plants, because I love the analogy with the plants for whatever reason. I don't know why. Email marketing, I picked up on that because apparently that is obviously booming now. And those of you that have checked out the workstation for the email tab, if you can see the click rate that people are opening up your emails, and I've seen that this has gone up the more and more I'm consistent with sending emails through the workstation. So it's a huge resource to do, and you can blast email all of your customers at one time. So you have something coming up in regards to a release, blast, post that. I know Scentsy does marketing emails for us anyway. However, I will say when you get the notification for the newsletter, pop in and make it personal. That way they know that it's coming from you and it's not just Scentsy lingo. The Scentsy Club, this girl, I swear, I'm like, okay, that I want to be you. Cause I'm like 100 Scentsy Club. If you can have automation like that, that's PRV you're not having to worry with. So if you can get them in the club, then that is something that it's on auto, whether it's monthly, bi-monthly, or quarterly, it's automation. So I think that that's becoming a huge thing in this business. So that's one of my focuses that I'm now kind of putting my blinders on. The Scentsy Bible for the teamies, I absolutely loved this idea. I tried to do it a while back and then I fell off because I was like, this is a little overwhelming. But we are gonna start these monthly Zooms because I want like y'all to come with questions if you have some, and then it kind of was more so of like everybody can get together, we can see the faces, we can literally have like, and there's going to be some type of like small training to go alongside of that. So that's in the working. And then also it was kind of like light bulb moment of like that when it was the same girl that did the Scentsy Bible for her teamies, the within team promotions. So me and two other girls, and I'm trying to get two other ones that were in the SD program to do a drive to director program. And that's something that I actually opted into that helped me hit director. So I want to do that for you guys. So that's going to be in the making. And then lastly is the Canva situation, which was talking about reaching out to customers instead of focusing on the beautiful list Canva template. So, you know, I can't, Michelle, I think you said comparison. I'm terrible at this because I'm like, oh wow, that's a beautiful Canva template and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, okay, let me focus on my business and go talk to 10 people instead of worrying about this Canva template that I'm like, Canva is not my strong suit, but I will tell you right now, like the Canva Boss Babes Facebook group, that's something that I just take and I literally make it mine. I would literally squirrel so bad if I had to make a Canva template from scratch. But it reassured me in the sense that focus on your customers, focus on the follow-up instead of focusing on the templates, focusing on your brochures, whatever. Just as long as it's getting sent out and you're showing face in front of your customers, you're golden. So that was basically my takeaway. We'll give it 15 more minutes. That way, if anybody has any questions, brain box, and then we're gonna call it and I will take the recording off. So I'm actually just kidding. I'm gonna stop the recording now, unless anybody else has any last minute golden nuggets. And before I stop recording.
Not World Tour related, but if you're not signed up for the social selling mini series with Chloe and whoever, get on that, because they've already started sharing some tidbits that have me totally rethinking so much of what I'm doing.
Yeah, Stacey Behringer, she is the freaking social media queen. I don't know if you guys have found her. She's on Facebook, she's on TikTok. She blew up on TikTok. But just the way they social sell it's huge. So they do a mini series on Mondays. It's all recorded, so all you have to do is opt into the group. I shared the group in the team page. So all you have to do is opt into the group. And Kayla, I think it was what, like 1,200 people have already, like, or 2,000 people are already now in the group. Like, it blew up overnight. So if you want to kind of like up your game in social selling, that one is absolutely on point.
Well, we are definitely older than y'all, and we're not real savvy with some of the stuff we do. And I'll always be sending uh, Courtney messages all the time. Courtney, how did you do that? How did you do that on Facebook? How did you take that picture and do this and do that? That's some things we're going to have to sit with some of you young folk and
We
try.
figured it out though with that link, did we not?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's
We're
like
getting there.
It's like the other day I saw you put at highlight. Michelle was like, "Did you see that?" I was like, "Yeah, but I don't know what the hell it is." So I just went on to one of mine and posted it. Next thing I know, everybody started commenting on it. I was like, so, I mean, just little things like that. I mean,
And don't be afraid to ask in the group message, because I know Courtney gets bombarded, because that's how I was in the beginning too. I'd ask her every little thing. And she used to tell me, go to your workstation.
Well, you can't find workstation with like social media and stuff.
I know, but you do have to kind of learn it on your own. But I know Courtney's one person. So, I mean, you've got a whole team supporting you. Don't be afraid to reach out to us. If there's anything we learned from World Tour, it's that we are a team that cares about one another, and then we'll stick together no matter what. So, I mean.
And if you don't mind putting it in the team page, that way, in case somebody else has the same question, they can figure it, like it can be a thread. That way they can search, because you can search in the team page to see if anybody else has commented or said something similar to that. But any other golden nuggets before I stop recording? So that way, in case we squirrel the last 10 minutes.
I don't force them to grow. I remove what stops them.
Yes. I totally forgot about that.
That was a book drop. You couldn't see it though.
That was so good. Oh, yeah, I didn't see that. All right. I am stopping the recording.